All right, welcome back to another Good Buddy fly fishing video. So this is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be tying a fly. I'm going to use this kit I bought at Alfred Outfitters. It's called a it's for Chocklett's Finesse changer. It's like a game changer fly. This kit, I don't even remember, 27 bucks. These flies are about, I don't know, at least 10 bucks a piece, so you can tie 6 of them, so you're saving some money there if you like to fish them. I've never caught a fish with one, but hopefully that'll change. So these are, I picked these up at Alfred Outfitters. I'm sure you can get them other places, but we're gonna give this a shot. So this fly takes me about 30 minutes to tie, so I'm gonna be cutting a bunch of stuff out. But I'll be showing you how I do it, and gonna go through everything that you get. So walk you through how to tie it, all the different steps. I'm going to show you those. Then it comes with material. So it's got the chenille for the body. It's got some marabou for the tail. It's got the shanks for the body, and then the eyes as well. So it's pretty cool. I've tied 3 of them so far. So this could be better than some of my other ones, but my first one turned out the best, so who knows. All right, so this is the hook it comes with. It's pretty big. I'll put that in the vise so you can see it a little better. Comes with that, and so the first step is actually not putting your hook in the vise. It's starting with this piece here. I'll put it here. So this goes in your vise. That's where the tail starts. I'll start with that. You just kind of put it in like you're, like you would tie anything. It's pretty small, so try to get it in there pretty tight. That's what you're going to tie your first bit of marabou, or your marabou for the tail. I'm going to do a white one for now. So I just take kind of the end of the tail, something like that. Cut off the end here like this. Rookie fly tire here. And start with your thread. Just tie back to the bend, and then you can add your tail. So you kind of want about that much for the tail. And this is not game changer gospel, so there's much more talented people to show you how to do this, but I just tie that to the back like that, and then I cut it off. It doesn't have to be perfect. So the next step will be the chenille, and some people will kind of trim the body as they go. I like to do that at the end. I just strip off a little bit to kind of expose this little bit of thread in the chenille here, and then I tie that on. So this is, once you get like that first one down, it's pretty repetitive up until the end of the fly. So kind of preen these back as I go. Sometimes you lick your fingers a little bit. That'll help get them to fold back. I like to get it pretty thick, so I got something to trim, and I just keep wrapping it till I get to the eye, and then I tie that off. Couple turns at front, couple turns behind, and you can go ahead and cut off that chenille at that point, and then whip finish. So essentially you're tying like 6 different flies in one. And whip finish. I like to do a couple of whip finishes. 4-turn, then a 3-turn whip finish. I cut it off. So I like, at this point, like I'll add like a little drop of super glue right there, just to hold those threads in place. I don't know, I mean, it's kind of an expensive fly, so I want it to last. Probably lose it in a tree though, right away. Alright, so that's step 1. So we're going to do the same thing, but just kind of move the way up. I do 5 sections up till I get to the hook. So you just take these little hooks like that and drop it in. Then you're going to take that first bit out of the vise, kind of get the tail end of that. And now you're tying onto this one. So kind of cinch that wire down. And then do the same thing. So now I don't have any more tail. I'm going to take the chenille again. I go back to this step. Do the same thing. One of the things I like to do when I do super glue near an eye is I take my, what's this thing called? Bodkin, I think, maybe. Just push it through there, knock the glue out. I do the same thing again. Pretty easy, just time consuming. I'll take another one and repeat. Alright, one more of these. We'll move on to the hook. Alright, so the next step, I'm going to take that, kind of lay it down, kind of keep the orientation the same, or the way that I want it. And then we go to the hook, and it's a big hook. So shaky. I got to get a better stabilized camera. Alright, I just put a good thread base down. Go all the way back to the bend of the hook. It comes with this wire. I tie that in. Try to get it right on top of the fly. You don't have to worry about wrapping it through the eye or anything like that with this fly, just because you don't have like a hook back there, so the fish isn't gonna be be biting the tail and hanging on, so you don't have to worry about it too much. So I've done this mistake before, where I tied the loop before I hooked this through. So you want to do this part next. So you thread the rest of the fly in there, and I kind of get that as close as I can to give it some, but still have room for it to spin and move. And I just kind of tie it in. I try to get by the back here. I try to keep the wire on top of itself as best as I can, so that kind of allows it some free movement. I don't want to get it too tight so it's not, I'm not killing the action. And then I cut the wire off pretty close to the eye. Probably using a lot more thread than I need to, but I kind of want the wire to be able to hang in. You can put some super glue down. I like to use little Sally Hansen's hard as nails. Or Zap-A-Gap kind of does the same thing. Just kind of keeps that solid. And then you do the same thing with the chenille. Again. Alright, so this is what I got right now. What I think the hardest part is shaping it at this point. I'm going to put a drop of super glue on the thread wraps here. Alright, so this is the fun part, or the hard part, however you look at it. So the way I like to do it is I turn my vise towards me, and I take the eye of the hook and I put it in my vise like that. So as you can see, it's kind of backwards. That helps me shape the fly a little bit better. So hold it by the tail. I get those fibers out of the marabou, so I can really start trimming. Trim it to however you like. I like to get the bottom kind of right with the bend of the hook on the bottom side. Flip it around. Do the same thing on this side. I like to use little super glue. Kind of helps make it stay in place. But I've also glued it to my finger before. So you want to make sure it's pretty flat on the side. Then, oh, see, glued it to my finger almost. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It's a little cross-eyed. Look at it that way. And then the next step, the way I like to finish it, is I take some UV resin, kind of coat over the top of the eye, and hit it with the UV. Alright, do the same thing on the other side. Alright. And that is pretty much done. So, kind of like to finish it now that I got the eyes on. I kind of shape around the head a little more. Get some more of those kind of stray fibers out. I mean, it's not the best game changer you've ever seen, Might not even be worth 10 bucks, but got a lot of fish on ugly flies I've tied. We'll take that out and we'll see how it looks in the water. Not too bad. Should catch a fish. I'm happy with it. Thanks for coming along with me as I tied the Finesse Game Changer. I think this is going to be a great fly. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty time consuming, but I think anybody can do it. It could still use a little cleaning up, but I think it'll do the job. If you like this type of video with me tying flies, let me know. I'd be happy to do some more of these. It's a lot of fun. It's different. It's fun. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Be happy to have you come along. I'll see you in the next one.